Top 10 dangerous plants to stay away from. In case you're going climbing, or plan on outdoors this year, you would perhaps need to peruse this rundown. A few of those plants you'll even discover in your backyard, or somebody's nursery. You'll not have any desire to ingest a piece of any of these plants on this rundown. They're all lethal. So be cautious for these 10 toxic plants, and abilities they may hurt or perhaps slaughter you. 10. Water hemlock, Cicuta maculata. This plant can get more seasoned to 8 feet tall, and presentations Scariest rapi or green blossoms, which fill in an umbrella structure. It are frequently found in North America and Europe and develops close to lakes, or bogs. It brags high fixations, a compound called cicutoxin. This poison, when ingested, can cause manifestations that incorporate dazedness, queasiness, retching, seizures, and demise. 9. Nichtshade, Atropa belladonna. This plant, normally alluded to as belladonna or deadly nightshade, has a place with the Solanaceae group of plants. It's local to Europe, North Africa, Western Asia, and a couple of parts of Canada and hence the US. The poisonousness of the plant is on account of the present tropane alkaloids. The frightful part is that any piece of the plant taken regularly is deadly, from its berries and leaves right directly down to the roots. 8. Oleander, Nerium oleander. This bush or little tree is broadly developed, and might be found anyplace. Each a piece of its toxic gratitude to the current poisons. Manifestations of the toxic substance incorporate quakes, seizures, and unconsciousness which will cause passing. 7. White snakeroot, Ageratina altissima. This plant are frequently found anyplace in North America. It can fill in timberland and bushes, additionally as lush territories or just uncovered ground. You would conceivably consider it a weed, and its unassuming white blossoms are as hazardous as they're beautiful. Animals can devour this plant, and become debased by the metal inside it. It happened such a ton that the expression, milk infection, emerged from individuals drinking the milk from bovines, that may touch on them. Thousands passed on off this reason inside the 1800s. 6. Manchineel tree, Hippomane manchinella. This tree are frequently found along the banks of South America, Central America, the Bahamas, and southern North America. Its natural product is similar in appearance to a little apple, and highlights a remarkable name in Spanish, Manzanilla de la Muerte or Little Apple of Death. There's very one toxin during this tree. The leaves, sap, and product of the manchineel tree are for the most part harmful. While eating the apple could demonstrate deadly, the sap has likewise been used in poison-tipped bolts. What's more, consuming this tree could demonstrate destructive. If the smoke were to prevail in your eyes, it could make you travel days. 5. Angel's trumpet, Brugmansia. This plant are frequently found anyplace. Its hanging chime blossoms are wonderful, yet savage whenever ingested. Because of its magnificence, the blossom is desired and developed. This is frequently what makes it even more risky. 4. Castor bean, Ricinus communis. This plant is broad all through tropical districts, East Africa and India. The bush-like plant is regularly moderate in size, however can arrive at the components of a little tree. Its outward presentation can contrast from living space to environment. While there are valuable employments of the oilseed, which isn't generally a bean, the crude product of the plant contains the poisonous substance ricin. Introduction to the current compound can cause queasiness, tachycardia, and seizures for consistently. Author Georgy Markov was notoriously killed in the city of London by a ricin pellet terminated from an umbrella. It are frequently dangerous if not treated appropriately, a poisonous plant undoubtedly. 3. Rosary Pea, Abrus precatorius. The plant is perceived by numerous names, similar to crab eye or Inidan licorice. It's local to India and is intrusive, flourishing in numerous nations over the world. The seed is typically used in instruments as percussion, and is harmful because of the presence of the synthetic abrin. The manifestations resemble that of ricin, yet unquestionably more focused. It can cause liver disappointment and at last passing more than a few days. The seeds are used in adornments, and whenever ingested will cause an excruciating passing. 2. Aconite or wolf's bane, Aconitum napellus. Cleopatra is professed to have utilized aconite to execute her sibling. This is another regular plant, known to have rather destructive impacts going back to artifact. Its toxin is quick-acting. Inside minutes, an outsized portion will kill you by deadening your heart muscles. Essentially picking its leaves could send you to the mortuary. 1. The suicide tree, Cerbera odolum. This verdant green plant is local to India and southern Asia. It can fill in waterfront bogs, yet unnervingly is utilized as a support plant. This one highlights a poison called cerberin, that upsets your heartbeat, most often prompting demise. The terrifying part is that, it won't probably appear in a post-mortem. An investigation from the last part of the 90s cleared out India, expressed this little plant added to more than 500 passings during a solitary year. There's a look of the premier toxic plants out there. I trust once you meet one, you'll know to stay away. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, so you don't miss our next interesting topic.